Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Coming to you live from the Double Pie Hole in episode 646 of the series. Woof indeed, Wolfie, woof indeed. Double Pie Hole, you ask? What's that madness all about? It's the Double Pie Hole because... Ooh, can I do this? Huh! I cannot do this. These are things that I cannot do. These are skills that I have yet to obtain. There we go. It's the double pie hole because when I press F3, both the X and the Z coordinates are in the pie. They're in the pie. Here's mud in your pie. No, they're the pie number. 314159 26539, etc., etc. But as far as whoops, I just made the fog roll in accidentally. As far as the number is concerned, number 86, double pi on both the x and the z coordinate, and this is the point right here upon which that is. And we're going to start out today's episode by making a little bit of a monument, just a weensy teensy little monument. Nothing too out of control or crazy. I think I'm going to have to get rid of this tree and this tree, but otherwise, fairly low impact. We'll leave Wolfie where Wolfie resides, and we'll do a little bit of building here. Just a little bit of building, and then this will probably be the last time we press F3 until after we start raising money for a fundraiser for charity, and then reach whatever goal we set there at the end of Season 7. Because this is for science! I can actually close that right now, that's getting in my way. For pie science! But yeah! Welcome to episode, like I said, 646 of the series. Welcome, new Farlanders. Ooh, check that out. Our axe broke. I need to make a new one. I think I will do that right here. Bop bop. And a beep bop boop. You know what, let's make a... Well, no, our inventory is a little bit over encumbered at the moment. I was gonna say let's build another shovel, but that'd be a bit much. That'd be a bit much right now. But yeah, I noticed in a surprising turn of events on YouTube, the last few Farlands or Bust episodes getting some very decent viewership, as well as new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Welcome, my name is Kurt J. Mack. Probably and potentially from some new collaborations we're doing. We're doing the Formula 1 season again with Vintage Beef, Cone Dodger, and newcomer Slipgator. So I'm assuming some of his followers and viewers are interested in what this Farlands or Bust thing is all about. That's much appreciated. Hey, piggy. So yeah, what I want to do here is just make the pi symbol. Pi symbol. I want to do it on... Look at all these saplings. I want to do it on, like, the actual moment, the position of double pi. But this mountain in the way is kind of in the way. I've got actually, I went on the internet and searched what the pi symbol looks like, just so I can base it off of something. Gonna try to make it out of pumpkins. You can't craft pumpkin pies in this version of the game. We're playing Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, and this is the last version of the video game called Minecraft that includes the Farlands that are a whole 12.5 million blocks from spawn. And as you saw at the pie hole, we are a mere 3.1. I'm sorry, a 3.14159 million blocks away from spawn. Got a little bit of ways to go, but over a quarter of the way there. And I just checked before, in case you want to know, if you ever want to walk in a straight line all the way from spawn to pi in the Minecraft world, at least this version of the game, you'll have a world save that is 24,161.5 megabytes. Just over 24 gigabytes in size. Just walking in a straight line, mostly. Some wandering. A little bit of wandering. Alright, how do I want to do this? I don't know how big I can make this. Let's try to make it 4 wide, maybe? 5 wide? Maybe 5 wide. Whoops. Yeah, let's go 5 wide. It's a strange thing. Alright, so boop. There's a little bit of a... Well, not that big of a what, though. That's a little bit of a swash. There's a little bit of a swash right there. And then... Hello? Hello? Minecraft? Okay, I can't place that block. That's interesting. I can't place this block either. Hello? Hello? Alright, this is unfortunate. There we go, I can do that though. Alright. It's pretty much, it's like 2 T's next to each other, 2 lowercase t's, but joined at the top. But there's some style. There's some style put into the ends. There's some serifs, if you will. I gotta make sure I get the serifs right. I might be making this too small. Also, the pumpkins are facing the wrong way. This is most unfortunate. Should I have been making these all jack-o'-lanterns? Crud. I should have been making these all jack-o'-lanterns, right? I mean, that's the right thing to do. There's a bunch of coal down there. Dang it, Kurt! Dang it. Gotta start over from scratch. This is why I do a series of simply exploring and walking in one direction. Building is not my forte. It is not my forte indeed. That's a good size. I think that's a good size. We're already into the day of Minecraft. Let's just do that. And that. Just make them all. There we go. I think there was one that I dropped down here that I didn't. Yeah. Dang it! There we go. Alright, so now we're doing things right. Perhaps... Hey, Wolfie. Perhaps I should make a structure first, out of dirt, and then build around that structure. Yeah. Oh, this is really hard to look at because there's no land in this direction. Ow! And then I hurt myself. Good thing I have some cookies. Cookies. What I wanted to do was make like a bridge. Make it like a bridge and leave. Alright, let me just gather more dirt. More dirt to be gathered. Sorry, I'm not... Ooh. Another pre-built hidey hole. Normally, I'm answering questions and talking about things. But like I said, I'm very bad at building. Specifically building and commentating at the same time. It takes up all of my mentals. All of my mentals capacities. And as you can see, we're already into the first sunset without being able to know what I'm doing. Alright, so we're gonna go across there. It almost looks like a musical notation. And then come down here. And then there's like a little bit of a swath that comes off here. And then this actually continues on a couple blocks. Right? Like we're just trying to get a general view. Why can I do it here, but I couldn't do it up there? That is to say, place a block, bridge outward. Yeah, so that's gonna go just like that a little bit. And then that should go down one, actually. And that should go straight and then stop. And then this should do an actual, like a backwards J a little bit. I feel like I should make it one taller. Maybe I'll place the blocks on top. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Alright, let's figure this out. Oh, and it's getting dark. Fantastic. So I guess the way you're facing makes the blocks face. I guess. Yep, as that one went the wrong way. Huh. All right, I gotta sleep. I gotta take a snooze. Okay, gotta take a snooze. Probably don't need to secure the hidey hole. Let's go to sleep. And continue working on this build in the morning. And it is the morning. Look at that. Didn't even get a chance. All right, let's take a look-see here. I can't see because this is in the way. I'm very bad at building. Did I mention that yet? Oh, man. Terrible. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Got that. So now this should go down and then swash up. You dang swash buckles? You buckles of swash? Right here. And then it'll go whoop. Woof. Wolfie agrees. Wolfie is over. Can I not? Place a block underneath itself? Something screwy. Is our pumpkins? There's some screwy pumpkins here. I wonder if... I'm clicking. Why you no click? Am I not close enough? Oh, do pumpkins have to exist on a block? Oh, this isn't gonna work then. I think... No, I was able to pillar up with pumpkins. What in the heck is going on? Oh my god. I'm losing my mind, everybody. I am losing my mind. Alright, so I want then that to do that, and then... Yeah, okay. Now it's working. What the heck? What the heck, pumpkins? Why were you not functioning right there? Why was that not a function of your malfunction? Right, that's pi. That's pi. I mean, we have 23 blocks left. We have far more pumpkins than we'll ever need. And then this should be... Right? That goes down to there, so yeah, that'll go... Oh, I want that back. And then one more. And the pie is complete, I think. Potentially. Potential pie completion. I want this to have more swoosh. There's got to be more swoosh here. There we go. It's got to be like a whoop. That seems too long. That seems actually wrong. That seems very, very wrong. Sorry. What this should actually be doing... I think it should just happen right away, right? I know. This will go here. And then... this will go here. And then this... will go... here. Yeah! I know things. I don't know things. Oh, my shovel broke. I gotta make a new shovel. Dang it! Should have made that new shovel when I said I should have made a new shovel. Is a new shovel. Alright, there's that. I don't have any sticks. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Who's blowing in my ear? What was that all about? Spooky noises. Alright. Oh, dang it. Woof indeed, Wolfie. I know. Getting impatient. This dog is a working dog. You need to make sure... gets his energy out somehow or he'll start getting destructive. Actually, I just tried to sprint. That is not in this game. That is not in this video game. Yeah, that's weird. That's really not at all what pie looks like, but I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what, let's... I feel like the gaps... are not great. Uh-oh, spoiler. Whoa, spoiler! Okay, you're a friendly spoiler. I will... I'll let you be. Yeah. Alright, alright, everybody calm down. Hey, that's pie, kinda. That's kinda pie. Oh, doesn't that need to go down? That kinda needs to go down. Maybe I'll just put a second row on top, since I have 13 left. Let's do that. Give it a little bit more bold. I'm using a bold font here. This entire episode is just gonna be this. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. Kinda. That's probably gonna look terrible now that I look at it close up like I am right now. Happy 4th of July, by the way. It's the 3rd of July. Oh, that I don't like that now. I feel like one more over there will even it out, and then I'll have it gonna bend down. Did I mention that this episode's coming out on Monday, July 3rd, now that I'm into the second day of the episode? No! What am I doing? That. And then... Why can't... Why is that not a placeable object? It might just be that pumpkins need to be placed on top of something, maybe? Alright, here we go now. Here we go. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. The big reveal. Pie! Yeah, that's close. That makes things weird, I think. Maybe I should get rid of that pumpkin. I mean, sure. Why not? That's pie. It's pie now. I don't know what I should denote pie with. A block of wheat? I don't think those exist in this game. Double pie. I know what I should do. I should put a sign. I should very much put a sign. I'll leave the hidey hole door right here. It's perfect. It's very perfect. And you know what? You know what fits right here? Yeah, that's not going to destroy the design or anything for us, is it? No, it totally is. Oh, you know what? Whatever. That's close enough. That is close enough indeed. But right here, as we saw, 3141592 and 31415. Right here is the pie point. The point of double pie. Atop our double pie hole. So let's make a sign with that stick that we have left. And... boop. Double pie hole. The x coordinate equals... crap, what was it? Dang it. I wonder if I have F3 open while I'm doing this. It'll show me. Yeah, okay. Double pie hole. X equals 31415. Y equals 3141591. There we go. And I will put the date, whoop, caps lock, July 3rd, 2017. The double pie hole. Woo! Woo! Worst monument ever. Oh, that's just horrendous. Oh, that's horrible. That's just not good. Get out of the water, my friend. Oh, I messed that up too. Oh, goodness. Goodness me, oh my. Goodness me, oh pie. Hey, there it is. Pew, 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 pew. That looks bad. That looks very bad. I love it. It is the far land's way, isn't it? It is the far land's way. My goodness gracious. I should probably have the hidey hole entrance down here. I could probably make it, right? I know what you're saying. You should say I should get this iron. Maybe I should actually get this iron. Do I have enough cobble to make a... I don't. I need all the iron I can get lately. I should have had this stuff smelting while I was haphazardly making the pie. At 8, 8. All right. And then let's just very discreetly cover that up as the sun sets. We can do this, as well as this, and then cook this. Oh, hello. Very nice indeed. We have more than enough wood. Oh god, for all of our needs. Yeah, that's too much wood. I have too much stuff. I'm over encumbered. I'm encumbered overly so. So, alright, the double pie hole. 31415, 3141591. Wow, we are like so far off in the northern direction. It's crazy. It's craziness, I say. But yeah, all the new subscribers, this is generally not what these episodes go like. Normally we're walking, and we're going to do that. Maybe I will extend this episode, since this took 2 whole Minecraft days. Maybe I'll extend this episode so we're at least walking a full day, and we get a good what's what I'm looking for? A elevated hidey hole in. The jittering, you'll notice, affects the blocks, but not the sign, because the sign is not a block. The sign is an entity. Entities of entities, Eidolon, Eidolon. Well, yeah. Sorry, Wolfie. We'll get up and walk in the next one. We do have a couple beds, so we're good on that. We've got way too much wood. We're way too good on that. We've got that schmelting. So let's go to sleep. Ooh, look at that. And continue in the morning. And awakeness. And awakeness indeed. And while we're here, before we continue, I said indeed that we should make some boots on this momentous occasion. So I'm making some iron boots. Last season, at the beginning of the season, we made some diamond boots. And pretty much at the end, they nearly broke. They were on our last pixel of life. So now we get to compare how iron boots last. Our helmet's going to be the next thing we need to replace. You know what? Let's just throw some sugar on the bed. Eyebrows, wiggly eyebrows, if you know what I'm saying. Sugar, bed, what? Let's get out of the double pie hole. Let's make sure Wolfie... Woo, that's dangerous over there. Make sure Wolfie spawns outside. And then we will secure. There he is. Have a seat. Ah, Wolfie, you need some treats. Let's secure the double pie hole. Oh, this is terrible. This is literally the worst. It's so bad. It doesn't even resemble the thing I mean for it to resemble. Oh, but that's fine. We understand. Nobody's ever going to see this again. We're just going to continue walking and never be back here ever. Ever. Forever, ever. Let's get one more screenshot. Maybe with Wolfie. Wolfie in the picture. Woof. Yeah, over here. Right up on this ledge. Yeah. No, Wolfie. Over here. I can't whistle. That is not a whistle. That's a fart. Wolfie. Up. There we go. Sit. No, over. And sit. Hey. All right. Oh, that's perfect. Hold it right there. Oh, dang it. Hey, you with the face. There we go. Nice. Pie. All right. Neat. Let's continue on. Let's do by boat here, just so we can make some time. Let's do by boat. Let's do by boat indeed. So yeah. Now that we're 25 minutes into the episode, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? I'm doing okay. Kind of wish I could have recorded this episode earlier. And also a programming note. This episode's coming out on the 3rd. I'm actually, this coming weekend, going to be heading home to Chicago for a family wedding. So probably won't get episode 647 up until, or even recorded until after I'm back. So pretty much the same difference between episodes as this one was to the previous. But just wanted to let you know, same thing with live streams. If you've been watching my Twitch live streams, those are going to go on a bit of a break during the weekend as well. We'll be back and we'll be up and at them and towards them and onwards and upwards. I have been answering questions from the last season of Farlands or Bust whenever people donated to the charity, Child's Play charity we were helping last season. They could ask a question, and I would add it to the list to be answered in a future episode. And this is indeed a very distant future episode, but people are patient, right? The Farlanders are patient. This is a long journey. We've only just, over 6 years, made it 25% of the way. Got a bit of a ways to go. Baduse had a question. If you could be more like another streamer or YouTuber or famous person, if you want to expand it further, who would you choose and why? This is always a bit of a hairy topic to sort of delve into, isn't it? Specifically when talking about other streamers, YouTubers. I mean, obviously I'm going to probably choose somebody who's more successful than me, but that doesn't mean I don't feel like I'm successful or I'm not doing okay. I'm doing okay with what I'm doing. I'm still doing this full time, despite what people think. I'm still doing this full time between YouTube and streaming. I don't see these things as separate things. They're just all pieces of the whole, parts of the whole of what I need to do to continue being self-employed at this. So whether or not it's Twitch or YouTube or Patreon is a huge part right now, obviously, or t-shirt sales or Humble Bundle affiliate links, you know, all these things are just all pieces of the same puzzle. And that puzzle is Kurt Mac. And that puzzle is tough to solve. But yeah, so if I do, like, mention anybody in answer to this question, it's probably just because I look up to them, or I feel like they have very similar personalities or content that I do. Like, the initial thing that comes to my mind would be Beef, obviously. I think we both started out at about the same time. He a little bit later than me. We both joined Mindcrack about the same time. Both of our channels were growing at about the same rate there through the early days, the early years, I suppose. But I think the thing that Beef had that I didn't was consistency, and that sort of... It might come down to even just... Consistency is the product, but I think maybe discipline is the drive. Discipline might be the wrong word. What's the word I'm looking for? Just work ability. I have a hard time getting into a schedule, and that's not just been my YouTube streaming life, that's been my entire life. Having some sort of regularity. And there's many reasons for that. We will not delve into that just yet, or perhaps ever. But yeah, certainly, like, Beef is somebody who I feel like has stuck to very good principles, has remained positive, but not, like, overly or falsely positive, and has remained very true to his actual personality, knowing him in real life. There are certainly people out there who put on a different persona, not that there's anything wrong with that, or even play a completely different character to themselves online, which is perfectly fine as well, if that's what works, but that's what isn't something that I would aspire to or I would want to be. So yeah, I would say, like, Beef, certainly. Beef is somebody, of course, it doesn't also hurt that he has a very expansive classic car garage as a result of such things. So, while I certainly wouldn't choose the same cars as he, if we're going even beyond just the YouTube into real life, that would be a certain goal of mine, perhaps. Am I going the right way? Yeah, okay, woo! I didn't have my compass out for the longest of times. So yeah, Beef, certainly Beef. Yeah, I'm trying. That's a tough one to answer. Honestly, that's a real tough one to answer. As far as like streamers, I mean, like people like Sevidus are very successful, but I know he likes the business, which is why he started his own company. I don't like the business so much, so I can't say Sevidus is someone I would be more like, is what the question was. I'm not into the business of the stuff. If anything, I wish I could take the business out of it. But that's impossible. That's very impossible, because that's how one maintains the ability to pay rent and eat food. And then there's even like non-gaming celebrities or YouTubers or people I look up to, or whose content I enjoy, who seem to be very happy in what they produce and successful to their own metrics of success. And that's like really inspiring, aspiring to aspire to, I guess, and something I certainly need to work more on. So yeah, that's a difficult one, and sometimes that's actually that's a very good question and a very difficult one to answer. I would be interested in hearing what other of my friends would think to answer such things. There's always, and it flirts just ever so gently on the line of being a bit, less about aspirations, and it kind of flirts with the envy side of things. I don't want to say that I like, oh, I wish this was this and I was this person, but because this and that is better than this, and what I'm, that takes the wrong turn, which is why I'm being very careful about the words I choose whilst answering this question. But yeah, that was a really good question. Kind of bummed it took me this long to answer. And also kind of bummed that maybe nobody's going to see it, because y'all have given up in the first 2 Minecraft days, because I'm just making a poorly constructed pie hole. Pie symbol. Let's make an elevated hidey hole right here. And bloop. And I thought I was honestly a little bit afraid I was going to be carrying around a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns. I'm glad we got to use them all, even if it meant for a really derpy pie. Yeah, let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And awakeness. No, that's damage. That's okay. We're testing out those new boots. Anonymous Introvert asked, what would have to happen is how you say that word, for you to feel compelled to attend protests or get involved? Well, at PAX South, I participated. It wasn't even a protest. It was just a small march. Because that was about the same time all the travel ban stuff was happening. I mean, it's still happening and it still deserves attention, but when it was first introduced, and we were at PAX South, and it just happened to be that the people I know, particularly Calamity Jamie, is friends with the person who was organizing this march, and it was really low-key, it was very small, it was very well organized, it's very low pressure. It's kind of like, no, have fun at PAX. We're not like saying if you don't participate in this thing that you're not doing any duty or anything like that. Just a low-key, a handful, I don't know, 20, 30 people at the most. And the first time I ever participated in anything like that, very, like I said, low-key and low pressure. Like, oh, if you get awkward or uncomfortable, feel free to leave. If you have somewhere to go, there wasn't any huge pressure revolving around it, which was nice for a little first protest, I suppose. It was an interesting experience. So yeah, I mean, that certainly... I think what it is being, like I said, Calamity Jamie, and then even I mentioned it to Cone, and Yole ended up joining, and just kind of, following along. Careful, Wolfie, don't go there. And yeah, like I didn't hold or make any signs or anything, I just walked along with the group. So yeah, it was just a thing to try out, to see if that's sort of my thing. And there are certainly other ways to get involved or protest, call representatives, or whatever. And it even goes to the point where I never really worked with charity or volunteered much before starting Farlands or Bust. The charity fundraiser, it was really the first time I've ever done any sort of fundraiser or that sort of thing. I've never really got involved like that growing up or anything. And people always say, "Oh, well, Child's Play charity goes to hospitals, children's hospitals. You should visit too." And that sort of part of it might be out of my comfort zone. So instead, I'm very happy doing all that I can. Having raised over $407,000 since starting Farlands or Bust for Child's Play charity, like I think like that's my involvement level. Perhaps going to hospitals is a bit too outside of my comfort zone, and that's perfectly fine. One shouldn't feel like they're letting anybody down or they're not providing the right kind of support if there are certain things that either are outside of their comfort or outside of their abilities. Like, yeah, it would be great to be able to be a volunteer fireman or something like that, but I don't have those skills or that knowledge, or we can't all do everything at the same time, so we work to our own strengths and maybe avoid the things that are our weaknesses and do what we can to help everybody out. The rising tide and raising all the ships and whatever that means and stuff and etc. So yeah. That is what happened, and that is what I did. So that is what happened. And I've even talked about it even in videos, and bringing it up in videos and on streams, and having discussions on streams, I feel is a way to... Whoops! Interesting. That was an accident, and I was very confused. I thought I had placed an underwater torch there for a second, and I did, but for less than a second, because it popped off. An unknown Farlander asked, "Does Kurt read any manga?" I'm reading one called Space Brothers, which seems to have a good handle on space exploration. I do not. I do not read the mangas, and I do not watch the animes. I do know I did have a friend who was very much into the animes, and they let me know about Space Brothers, because I think it started out as... Or did it start... I never know. One started before the other. I think it probably started as an anime... An animated series, the Space Brothers, and probably got adapted to manga. I always feel like I'm pronouncing these things wrong. I'm sure it's manga or something like that, right? But I never got into it. I tried watching a couple episodes of that Space Brothers series, but they're a little bit difficult for me to follow at times. I don't know if it's hard for me to take seriously, or maybe I'm trying to take it seriously when, in fact, I should treat it like a cartoon, like a Simpsons, something like that. But then again, it's very realistic, or tries to be very... It's a confusing place for me to be. But yeah, no, I don't even read like normal Western comic books or graphic novels or anything either. So it's not just those specifically. It's pretty much the whole lot. But yeah, no, I've heard of that, and it apparently does take it very seriously and reference actual spacecraft and science, orbital mechanics and the different ways people go through astronaut training and whatnot, even though it's set, I think, in like the near future, but still the future. But no, I mean, I guess if you are somebody who's looking for a realism-based space anime or manga, you should check out Space Brothers. Unchecked crowds. Previously known as Uncheckered Crowd because I can't read. Unchecked Crowd asked, do you have any memories of sleeping or camping outside? Nope, I've never done that. Although, more and more I look at it, it seems... Ooh, I almost sliced Wolfie. It seems as though I'm going to have to for the upcoming solar eclipse. I'm up in the Seattle area now, and the solar eclipse, the totality, which is what I want to see and will see, come hell or high water, is going to be through central Oregon, which is a good 6 to 8 to 9 hours drive, depending on where, which means, and it starts at like 9 a.m. on the west coast here, the solar eclipse. So certainly that Sunday night into that Monday morning, August 21st, I'm going to have to sleep somewhere, and all the hotels are booked, all the Airbnbs are booked and or over like $1,000 a night. The only options I'm working with mostly include camping. There's one that includes like, oh, well, you don't have to buy or bring or anything, a tent, we'll set it up all for you. A little bit pricey, obviously, you're going to pay for that service, but I've been considering that just because I don't know, I would have to buy everything. I don't own a single piece of camping equipment, and if I were to buy it just for this solar eclipse, I'm not sure when I would use it again. So either pay $500 to have somebody set up all the equipment you need and have all the equipment you need but not own it, or spend, I don't know how much, like $1,000 maybe on all the equipment and stuff you need yourself to own. And I'm not sure what the estimate there is. I wouldn't, see, that's my problem. When I do purchase things like this, I don't want to go cheap. So I'll be buying, not top of the line, but good of the line. In the event that in the future I would like to try camping again, I'm not stuck with some chintzy Walmart backyard tent. So I'll end up doing 2 months worth of research up until the last minute, and getting all the parts right and all the things right and getting the right brands. So yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, to answer that question specifically, I've never ever been camping. I've never been camping. All of my outdoor excursions have all been of the day hike variety, the day trip. Drive to a place, get out and do hiking for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, and then get back before sunset. That has been all of my outdoor experience. I do indeed need a new backpack. A new day pack. I have a very small, lightweight camelback backpack that at most could carry like 2 or 3 granola bars in the pocket in the back. And then I have another camelback, but it's intended for winter sports. And I actually used it on my last hike. But because it's intended for winter sports, it's intended to be worn over a puffy padded jacket, which means the straps are very uncomfortable over just a t-shirt, which is what I was wearing during the hike. They're very uncomfortable. So I don't know, I've been very happy. That's kind of, aside from a good pair of hiking boots, a camelback or some sort of hydration backpack has probably been my favorite investment for getting to be outdoors and hiking and things. It's very convenient not to have to carry, either in your hand or put somewhere, bottles of water. It's much more convenient just to have a backpack full of water and a tube on your shoulder. Just go sip whenever you need. You don't have to stop and unzip your backpack and get out your bottle of water and untwist the cap. You know, very, very convenient and highly recommended. If Camelback wants to sponsor, I'd be happy to try out some hydration backpack options, day pack options. I actually only need 2 beds right here. But yeah, that's another investment I need to make. And those aren't, like a day pack, not too expensive. 50, 60 bucks, depending on where you find it. But again, it's the type of thing I've been honestly researching for the past month or two. A simple, stupid backpack for 50 bucks. Oh, man. But there we have it. There we have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle to build a simple pi symbol and then have it end up being nothing like an actual pi symbol. But that there was the last time we'll be watching the F3 number until the end of this season. We will be very shortly, like I said, once I get back from this trip home for this wedding, is when I'll buckle down. I'll try to work on that. What I was talking about, the schedule, the motivation, the inspiration, the perspiration, and we'll get together a new charity fundraiser for Farlands or Bust for us to work towards, and finally work towards yet another season finale by pressing F3 to see how far we've walked. Perhaps over 5 million. We'll see. I don't know. It's hard to keep track sometimes, honestly, but I appreciate it. And thanks all the new followers, new subs and things. Hope you're enjoying it. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Worst monuments ever.